We have a Pro Hooper's best basketball shoes for my wife and the people out there. This, as you guys can see, we are going to be reacting to a video. So this is not my own video. Full video with the creator will be down below in the description. But yeah, this is going to be a Pro Hooper. So we're going to get that insight from someone that actually trains with this shoe on a daily basis. So I feel like there is no or none other person better than to explain this review. So let's go ahead and get through it, y'all.
What's up, everybody?
What is y'all, before we start this video off, let me know what is your basketball favorite shoe is. If I had to pick one currently, I'm not gonna lie, I just did a review on the Nike KD4s. Check it out if you want to. It's on my channel. Very, very great sneaker that I feel like, you know, you would think that its tech is super outdated considering it was released in 2011. But having it that re-released in 2025, I gotta say, it is a shoe that fits like a glove. It's one of those where the comfort isn't the best, but it's just like the way it hugs your foot and the way it feels on feet is amazing. I gotta say, check it out if you can. Try it out. Very great sneaker, and it's only about $135, so you can't go wrong. But yeah, that's my favorite sneaker. Comment down below what your favorite sneaker is, and let's go ahead and get straight into it.
Today we're going to talk about the best basketball shoes for wide footers. This is a really important video for me as I have extremely wide feet and I'm always grateful for new suggestions. So without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Some in-game footage. Man, y'all, I miss hooping in high school, junior high. Man, even just practice. I feel like once you leave an era, you really kind of just miss it. And just watching these clips right here is very nostalgic. I even have a couple of clips myself in the vault too. But yeah, basketball is definitely a time for sure.
The first pair on my list is going to be the Nike Book 1. And I know a lot of you won't agree with this take, so bear with me here. You have to buy them at least half a size up. If you have really wide feet, maybe even a full size, as they run short. So from my experience, I usually wear a size 14, but a size 13 would fit my feet better lengthwise. But because my feet are so wide, I need to get that size 14. And usually I have a lot of dead space right around here in the toe area, in the toe box. And here in the Book 1, they actually fit me really well lengthwise and widthwise in a size 14. So if you...
And I kind of do want to explain that, y'all. I've kind of explained that in previous videos too, but the reason why he said that there is a lot of dead space sometimes in his shoes, and with even this one too, but he said this one does a little bit better job than other models. I definitely want to say there's a difference between a wide shoe and a wide toe box. A wide toe box is something that allows your toes to kind of like splay instead of them just being like this. So this shoe right here, I guess it's not the worst because it's like, it's not one of those shoes that has a very pointy tip to it. But if you kind of think of like a different shoe that, you know, like a lot of basketball shoes out there have that. But this shoe right here is a great example of a wide toe box, but not really at the same time. But the shoe itself is wide because as you can see from the little forefoot right here, there is like a lot of space from side to side.
Actually fit me really well lengthwise and widthwise in a size 14. So if you go half a size up, these are really comfortable for your wider feet, especially if your feet are wide in the midfoot area like my feet. I'm also going to talk about some shoes that have a wider toe box. If that's the case for you, just stick with me while we're going through the shoes with the wide midfoot. For the performance of the Book 1, they have exceptionally good traction performance. It's a herringbone pattern, typical Nike pattern, and it works really well. In my opinion, the solid rubber outsole is more durable, but the translucent rubber has a better bite on clean courts, also picks up a little bit more dust. So just go for the outsole depending on which court you play on and if you're playing outdoors or indoors.
This shoe looks really solid, y'all.
The is my favorite thing of the shoe. They're actually
I'm still yet to try the Nike Book 1, but that one has been out for a while, so I'm not sure. I don't think I will get the shoe unless for some reason there's a special color I can get on hand, which is exactly why you gotta hit that subscribe button so you stay tapped in with all the different reviews and things like that we do have on the channel. But I have heard rumors of that Nike Book 2, and we're gonna go ahead and just check that out real quick while we are recording just so we can see it together. But I did hear the Nike Book 2 is coming out real soon, and let me see if there is a release date or if not, or it even could be out. Nike Book 2 release date. So it's unveiled. Nike releases. Okay, I'm just seeing a lot of info. Available January. Okay, not too far. So January 2026. The box does look crazy too. I love the overall shoe design, but the Book 1, I love me a shoe that has good traction. So I've heard this shoe has good traction. Definitely one that I got to check on the second iteration. So
favorite basketball
definitely
right
stay
now.
tuned for the channel for that one for sure.
We're on our way to deliver a few amp devices in New Jersey today.
Air zoom unit in the heel, really thick, really comfortable. Cushion on 3.0 throughout the midsole, very low to the ground. So if you don't like that, these are probably not for you. There are some other options later in the video with more cushioning throughout the whole shoe. But if you're like me and you like heel cushioning and low to the ground forefoot, these are absolutely perfect. The materials, I prefer the ones with all synthetic uppers. There's also leather colorways available, and the support is actually also good, even though they do look to be kind of high off the ground because of this thick midsole. They are actually very supportive. We've got a shank plate, we've got a good lacing system, we've got a heel counter. So I've been playing with them almost every game this season, and I never had an injury this year. Of course, it's also a little bit luck and preparation, but the shoe is also very important. No ankle rolls whatsoever. So I can highly recommend the Book 1 for wide footers. Just go half a size up. The next pair we're going to talk about is from a very different brand, as it's from New Balance, and it's the two-way Volume 5, a shoe Jamal Murray is playing currently. Also, some of the Pacers players are using them from time to time. And I only recently played with a purple pair I got, and they are really damn nice also for wide feet. Just by looking at the shoe, you can see they're pretty wide here in the midfoot, and also the toe box
Pretty wide,
is
toe
rather
box
wide.
too.
So if you have wide toes, these are even available in wider sizing options. Sadly not in Europe where I live, but in the US and in Canada. So these are essentially all New Balance shoes in wider options are nice for wide feet, but also just this is the regular size. They are also nice for wide feet in the midfoot and in the toe box. For the performance, you have also very nice traction performance, although it's a different kind of pattern. It works outdoors as well, but it's not the most durable, unfortunately.
Kobe
Is a highlight throughout the whole
Yes,
shoe.
sir.
You have good impact protection, and you're still not too high off the ground. That was something I thought was going to happen with them.
That's a nice move.
Just by looking at them, because this fresh foam slab here is just so thick, but you actually still have decent court feel. The support features are also good, and the materials
pull up.
are surprisingly thin and confirm to your feet very nicely, especially here also in the midfoot. They are thin, they will stretch out a little bit, so no issues for wide footers on the two-way Volume 5. Also a good bang for your buck option, as they retail for $130. Next up, we have another pair from Nike, which is also a little bit surprising because Nike usually makes very narrow basketball shoes, but the Sabrina 2 is actually one of the widest shoes I've tried from them, and they fit my feet perfectly. As you can see, the midfoot is extremely wide, and even the toe box is wide enough for wide footers. They also have a relatively low retail price of $130, and they have good overall performance. Traction performance is definitely the standout feature. The cushioning is really damn low, so apparently they have a zoom unit, but you can't really feel that in the forefoot. The heel is just foam, so if you need impact protection, again, there's going to be better options in this video. But if you like low to the ground shoes, they're also not very clunky and not the most supportive, that just feel very, very light on foot. The Sabrina 2 is definitely the best option on this list. Then we move on to yet another brand.
And I know this is going pretty quickly. I think we have about 3 sneakers kind of gone through in this list so far. I do want to say the Sabrina 3 is out. I do not and have not done a review on it, but I know that is out just for all people that may be interested in the Sabrina 2. And I've heard it runs very much like a Kobe. So if you kind of want that Kobe aesthetic, that kind of Kobe feel, kind of like that low to the ground court feel, this shoe is definitely going to be for you.
Which is going to be 361, and this is the Joker one. Yet again, retail price $130, and a lot of tech in the shoe. Also a wide foot friendly fit. We have, as you can see, the midfoot is rather wide, and also the toe box is relatively wide. The traction pattern is very weird, but it works very, very well. It's just really thin grooves. So I'm not too sure if they're going to be durable enough for outdoors. Maybe only play with these indoors or keep them.
Now, I have a couple of questions for all my people out there that do know a little bit more about this shoe than me. Now, this shoe I was recently introduced by him himself. I believe it was IS Hoops that introduced me to this. I believe it's called a 361. I believe that's a sneaker brand. I've never heard it before, but this is my first time. And I think this shoe is interesting. It's like almost like a boot. And you looking at it, I guess you can see it being some sort of athletic, performance type of shoe. But when you I don't know. It's just something that I'm so unaccustomed to. And I guess I haven't really seen this sneaker in stores. You guys let me know if you guys want this sneaker to be reviewed. I can definitely get one. And I haven't seen one, maybe because I'm not on that side of YouTube. But I feel like this would be a very interesting sneaker to get on the channel. Yeah, very interesting materials. The brand itself, have never heard of the brand before, but yeah. Let me know everything you guys know about it in the comment section down below for
sure. A little bit stiff in these. If you have the Joker 1 GT, Those have amazing cushioning. Make sure to check out my top 5 basketball shoes of 2025 so far video. They are also in that video. I'm not going to say which spot, don't want to spoil anything. If you've seen it already, you know. And 361 really makes amazing shoes. Here the materials are an ultra synthetic leather upper, so it's essentially feels and looks like real leather, but it's made from synthetic fibers. And the support features are my favorite thing about this shoe. It's really one of the most supportive shoes on the market, not only because it's a high top, just hugs around your ankle nicer, but of course the height of the shoe has nothing to do with how good your ankle is supported. But you've got a heel corner, you've got a shank plate, as you can see right here through the outsole, you've got a really well working lacing system, and you've got a wide base, which are all things that are very, very important. That's it for the Joker 1. Let's move to another pair, this time from Jordan brand. This is actually one of the shoes that fits me the best out of this whole video, probably next to the Book 1, because they are just so damn wide. Just look at this midfoot area, is really massive out to the side. And also the toe box is still wide enough for wide footers. And what makes these so nice as well is that the materials are incredibly soft. They almost take no time to break in, and they also feel really plush on foot. And the best thing for my feet is that little cutout right here, because that is exactly where my feet are wide. So when my foot is in there, my foot can actually just perforate out here over the midsole without it pinching or hurting. So these were perfect for me. What I don't like about them is they're also not really supportive, unfortunately. As you can see, they also flex a good amount, and they're also not the most durable, I would say. I've not worn them as much, and there's already some areas where you can see some wear and tear. What's nice about them is the retail price. I think they retail for 110 or 100 euros or dollars. I'm not too sure actually. The colorways are pretty damn nice. I really like this peach jam colorway.
Definitely can't be a signature
shoe,
right?
They have a drop in midsole, like Cushionline 3.0 drop in midsole. Not the best for impact protection, but really nice and low to the ground. Very responsive. And I talked about the materials already, very soft, just a very cozy shoe on foot with just enough support and also good traction performance. I forgot to mention that. Enough on the Jordan Air. Let's move on to another shoe. This time we're going to go to Adidas, as it's the Adidas Harden 9. These I was debating about putting on a list because at first my feet were hurting a lot while I was wearing them. As you can see, these are also more for wide midfooters, as the toe box is kind of pointy. It goes together like this. But just take a look here. The materials really move out nicely once they're broken in. And at first they were hurting my wide midfoot because the material goes over here like this and kind of goes down a little bit. So it takes some time to break them in, but once they're broken in, they're pretty nice and soft. And this material doesn't go down as much anymore. It lets your foot go out as well. So it kind of conforms to your feet, but it takes some time. So I was debating about putting them there. But overall, I really love the performance. I really like the design of the shoe. So I thought, and I now also like the fit. And so I thought they actually deserve a spot on this list. The traction performance is pretty damn nice. I actually took a pair outdoors as well, and they held up pretty well. The cushioning setup is Boost and Light Strike combined, just like on the 7 and the 8. It feels pretty nice. In general, the shoe feels a lot like the 8 and the 7. If you hooped in those, you'll definitely enjoy these. The support features are the standout feature once again, and the materials are actually also quite nice. I mentioned it already. I also really like this inner booty construction with this neoprene sock liner. Just a very comfortable feel, and the retail is also not too high, as it's around.
I kind of wonder, and this is kind of a little off topic of what he's talking about. I wonder what these cutouts for grip are on for these outer corners. It's very interesting because how would you ever like be to a point of standing on that point of the shoe? Maybe I guess if you have like a little toe drag or something like that.
160.
Maybe that's how it comes into play.
Let's go to a shoe that has a crazy high retail price, but that is also really good for wide feet. The Puma All Pro Nitro Elite, 250 euros or dollars is absolutely insane in my opinion.
Elite.
Way too high, so definitely wait until they go on sale. By the way, if you're wondering where to cop all of these shoes, I have an affiliate partnership with Kicks. They're my partner store. I get most of my shoes from them, and you can find an affiliate link in the description box down below, or just use the code Lucas for a discount. Back to these shoes, just take a look at them. Even though they are a drop-in midsole shoe, they are incredibly wide in the midfoot and in the toe box, almost a little too wide to the point where they get pretty clunky, but that's also has to do with the materials and just the outsole that's used here. For the fit, they really are amazing. Something I did, not on this insole because I have a second colorway, is where my feet are wide, which is right around here next to this little cutout. I just cut away a little piece of the drop-in midsole, so that my feet have even more space, and that really worked well. It doesn't do anything to the drop in midsole, it still works just fine, and it allows my foot to expand even a little bit more, so that's something I can recommend. Traction performance is actually pretty damn good, especially compared to the regular All Pro Nitro, which struggles a lot with the solid rubber outsole. These do not, they have good traction performance, and I think they're even durable enough for outdoors. The thing is, you really want to take a $250 shoe outdoors, I'm not sure, but that's up to you. Cushioning setup is straight on amazing. Full slab of nitro foam cushioning is really damn nice and comfortable. This is the best drop-in midsole I've ever tried. And it has this carbon fiber plate here for torsional support, so support is also very, very good. The materials are synthetic leather and a little bit stiff at first, so it takes some time to break in. And the shoe overall, I said it already, is a little bit clunky and heavy, so that's definitely a downside for the high retail price. But simply, if you're looking for a wide fit and if you have an unlimited budget, these are a very, very nice option. And I also have a separate performance review on them if you're interested.
Those shoes, yo, I'm not gonna lie, they look amazing. Something about them just makes them a shoe that I would low-key would want to hoop in.
Fit for wide footers. The Adidas Dame Certified Free. Actually, one of my favorite shoes of last year as well.
These are called the Adidas Dame
Certified Free shoe that also has a nice fit for wide footers. The Adidas Dame Certified Free.
Dame something
Actually,
3.
one of my favorite shoes of last year as well. It was a big surprise. They retail for 75 euros or dollars, which is an amazing value for money price. And as you can see, they have a relatively wide fit. The toe box is a little bit more narrow, so these are probably more for wide mid-footers like me. The traction performance is really good.
It's an interesting design.
A mix of a solid rubber and translucent outsole in this colorway with the Dame logo in the heel. It picks up a lot of dust, but it grips the court well, so you just need to wipe from time to time. The cushioning setup is actually also quite nice. A lot of compression, not as nice as on the Dame 9, but still pretty good. The materials are very stiff at first, so these definitely need break-in time, but they're nicely padded, so it's a very cozy feeling on foot. And for the support features, you're also good to go. And because I mentioned the Dame 9, they are actually also on the list. I believe they retail for $130 if I'm not mistaken. This is the Metamorphosis colorway. We have a full slab of light strike cushioning, which is a difference to the Dame Certified. Even softer, even better impact protection. The materials are still synthetic leather, but here we have this kind of patterned leather look, which I love. And as you can see, the midfoot again is very wide. The toe box is also wider than on the Dame Certified Free. One thing you have to keep an eye out for is this little outrigger right here, this plastic overlay. Because if your foot is wide right here, this will pinch at first, but they also break in very, very nicely. I love the performance of them overall. They're also a bit more on the heavy side. In general, every Adidas shoe is at the moment, unfortunately. I mentioned the material, support features are great. We have the Adidas X-Plate you can see for the translucent outsole. The pattern is kind of like some Thunderbolts, or it reminds me of Thunderbolts. I wouldn't take these outdoors. The Dame Certified Free, those definitely take them outdoors. They're very durable. And overall, the Dame 9 is also a really, really nice shoe. And I really like what they did with the Dame 10 or the Dame X, because they're only going to retail for 100 euros or dollars, which is a great price for a 10th signature shoe. Yep. Now, the next pair I have on the list is the Curry 12. I don't use these as much because the flow...
I don't know if this video is made before or after the split, but I heard there is indeed a split between Under Armour, y'all. So that is a crazy thing. What y'all think Steph Curry's next move is going to be, y'all?
Setup because I love that good amount of impact protection in the heel. But simply for the fit area, they are also wide foot friendly. As you can see, a wider toe box and a wide midfoot.
Yep.
One thing again to watch out for is this
might be the widest toe box shoe I've seen in the whole video.
This can pinch if your foot is wide here. So just keep an eye out for that. Apart from that, don't take them outdoors. Indoors, you'll have the best traction performance imaginable on a clean court. On a dusty court, they also struggle a lot. The materials are very nice and soft. The cushioning setup is okay, so you are very low to the ground in your forefoot, which I of course like, as I said before, but the heel could use some more impact protection in my opinion. But if you like an overall very low to the ground setup with just enough impact protection, they are probably going to be nice for you. The supportive features are very good, but it also takes some time to get used to the extremely low cut they have. But just for supportive features, they really have a lot of them, an internal and external heel corner, a full-length shank plate. They are very hard to flex. So just compare that. I'm really using a lot of force and I can't even bend them. Compare it with something like the Sabrina 2. As you can see, they bend way easier. But that's it already for the Curry 12. A very, very solid performer, just not in my rotation as much. Now, for I think the last 3 pairs, I have the KD17. I know the KD18 is out already. I have a pair on their way to me. Unfortunately, they didn't arrive in time for this video. I'll let you know if these are wide foot friendly or not in my review. The KD17 is very wide foot friendly if you have a wide midfoot. As you can see, toe box is pointy, but the midfoot is crazy wide. I actually didn't expect that at first, but they really fit my wide midfoot perfectly and are very comfortable if you want full length cushioning. Very nice, very soft, just overall a really comfortable ride. The traction performance is...
And you know, as I kind of cut him off, it's interesting how you see the evolution between a KD4 and, you know, maybe what he would have wanted coming into the league and now what he has now, which is like a full cushion setup. Because with that KD4, if I would have had it on hand, that shoe right there was very low to the ground, very much minimal. I wouldn't say the cushioning is like not there. It's definitely there, but compared to this shoe right here, I imagine the scale is different. Now, I haven't tried the KD17, but it's just interesting to see the evolution in the line. I still definitely recommend the KD4.
Also
but
good. It's going to be the same as...
definitely got to try it. Even the 18, y'all.
So probably the KD18 is going to have the same performance. The support features are also good. We've got a top-loaded shank plate in the forefoot. It's a little weird at first. Also, this is the reason why the cushioning setup needs to be broken in a little bit more than on the KD16. We've got a heel corner. We've got a wide base. The laces work well. The materials are a little bit more on the softer side, as you can see. But because we have those plasticky overlays on the side, you're also good for torsional support. And another shoe that is still on the market a little bit, that is insanely nice if you have a wide midfoot, is the Jordan 38 Low. I really enjoyed these last year, and I just wanted to say that before we end this video as another pick, but I didn't include them as the 39 has been out for so long already. Second to last shoe, actually, my bad. The Adidas AE1s. These are also more for wide midfooters because the toe box is kind of pointy, as you can see. So if you have a wide midfoot, these are really nice. Especially for my feet, they work well. The performance is on and off depending on the hooper. Traction performance is usually very good, but not very durable, so I wouldn't take these outdoors. The cushioning setup here, they use light boost. You can see it here in the heel. It's not as soft and comfortable as on the AE1 highs, but it's got better court feel and better responsiveness. It's also a little bit more stiff. Even a little bit similar to the Nike Book 1, because we have good impact protection in the heel, and the more forward we go, the lower to the ground we get. The fit is also a little bit of an issue with heel slip. A lot of people had that. I actually didn't, or luckily I didn't. I even used them in a game this season already, which is pretty high praise because I played, I think, 95% of my games with the Book 1. And only if I liked another shoe a lot, then I went with that one. So I didn't have heel slip, but just watch out. Maybe try them on in store if you have the chance, or if you're ordering online, maybe go for another pair on this list. The support features are really good. We've got a heel corner, of course, you can see it here in the heel, and we also have the Adidas X plate. You can see it here a little bit through those V-shaped cutouts on the outsole. So also a really solid shoe, good for wide midfooters. And now the last pair on this list is going to be from Way of Wade. I was also thinking a lot about putting these in video or not. I saw them on a lot of other reviewers' lists for best shoes for wide footers. Wow, what a sentence. But for me, at first, they really hurt my feet like crazy. Similar to the Hard 9, they have a crazy wide base, and also the upper is very wide, especially the toe box. But then here in the midfoot, if you look at them from the side, you can see that we have this material that goes in over the top of your foot, and that just hurts like crazy at first, and it takes way longer to break in than on the Hard 9s. They are really good performers, and they also fit your feet very well. It just takes some time. I tried a lot of things. I think I still have some paper in there how my foot is wide. I just tried to stuff that in there to widen out the upper, and that works, but you just gotta wear. And if you really want to hoop with them, just be aware that it's...
There we go, y'all. Make sure we are still recording for sure. Okay.
We're gonna take some time for you, or some painful time to break them in, but then they're going to be really nice. They're also durable enough for outdoors. They also have a relatively high retail price. You can save on them by using the code LucasSimona10. Also going to be in the description box down below. You can save $10 on almost every Way of Wade model if you're interested. Traction performance is really good, even though it looks unconventional with this crazy graphic. It's even durable enough for outdoors. I've hooped with a couple of pairs outdoors. It works. Even though it looked at the start, I was really skeptical. I thought it was going to wear down like crazy quickly, but it actually holds up really well.
Colorway too.
It's a mix of GCU, or actually I think it's a full length GCU on this pair, or on the Wave Weight 11. I was getting mixed up with the All City line, where they have a mix of GCU and Tough OS rubber. Here it's full GCU, crazy nice indoors, really loud squeak as well, and a good bite. Even on dustier courts it worked for me. Also works outdoors. Cushioning setup is a highlight, full length boom cushioning, very soft, great impact protection throughout the whole shoe, and still not too high off the ground.
So yeah, we are indeed back. was kind of trying to talk about what would make a shoe worth going through that whole break-in period, even if it's brutal. And I kind of was coming up to the point where it was like, if a shoe is indeed way better than any other shoe out there, regardless of its break-in time, after the break-in, then I feel like that would be, like, that would classify it as one of the shoes that you would definitely have to try out. But in this video, I know we're not even over, we're almost over, but I did just want to say, I see a lot of shoes already in this review that I kind of want to try. The Void of Waves is definitely one of those shoes I am intrigued. I want to try the Joker. And then I also do want to try the Nike Book 1 or Book 2. I'm more interested in the Book 2 because the Book 1 is already out. And I just like to get new and fresh releases on the channel. But yeah, that's where my head is at right now. But the Way of Wade really surprised me with that design. It's very futuristic, looks very, very dope. And I can't believe they're already on the leather.
Internal, external heel counter,
crazy.
a carbon core drive system, which means you've got a layer of boom, then you've got a carbon plate, and then you've got another layer of boom in the midsole. Really damn supportive, great torsional support. As you can see, very hard to flex. Not as bouncy as the Way of Weight 10, but still a great, great basketball shoe. And the materials, they also vary from colorway to colorway. We've got synthetic leather, real leather, and those just all synthetic colorways or uppers. I prefer these. These are the lightest, feel the lightest on foot, also have the best breathability. The padding on the tongue is also quite nice, but it's nothing too excessive. It's just adequate. And with that being said, that's actually all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I could help some.
Man, I feel like this is a really solid list. You already know which picks I have my eyes on. Let me know in the comment section which one you have on your eyes in the comment section down below. So now that you have seen a pro player's best basketball shoes, I really recommend you check out my top 5 basketball shoes list. It's similar but a little different, so you guys can get a little bit more options on, you know, what the best is out there in terms of performance for basketball. So click here to watch that video, and I'll see you guys in that one.